Recoil effect or recoil energy, which stands the most important principle and the basis of Mossberg spectroscopy. What exactly is recoil energy or recoil effect? Let's consider the example of a gun firing a bullet. When we fire a bullet from a gun, the high energy bullet, which moves forward, as a result, the gun moves backward. This is what exactly happening in Mossberg spectroscopy also, and this phenomenon is called recoil effect or recoil energy. See, whenever a high energy particle is released from a body, say it's a gun, whenever a high energy particle is a bullet. So, high energy particle is released from a body at rest. The releasing body experiences a back lift or a back kick, that is, it is pushed backward. This is called recoil energy or recoil effect. Let us consider the case let us consider the case of a cobalt 57. This is a source nucleus, right? A source nuclide. The cobalt 57, upon K capture, the electron capture, it will forming an ion, and this ion nuclide is emit radiation, the gamma radiation. This gamma radiation is having energy E gamma. So we are going to find out the mathematical equation corresponds to recoil energy. That is very important in Mossberg spectroscopy. So if E gamma, so what is the energy? What is the energy of photon, the gamma radiation? We can simply return it as the energy is equal to hc by lambda. This lambda is the wavelength of this gamma radiation, h is the Planck's constant, c is the speed of light. Okay, so h nu, the nu is the frequency of gamma radiation, so we are simply returning the c by lambda. So, and what is the momentum of this p gamma? That is the momentum. What is the momentum of gamma radiation? The momentum of gamma radiation, according to special relativity, theory of relativity, E gamma by C. Okay, E gamma by C. The energy divided by the speed of light is called the momentum of gamma radiation. This is according to the special theory of relativity. Okay. So we all know that the conservation of linear momentum, that is the initial momentum, that the momentum of gamma radiation is equal to the momentum of the nucleus. That is the initial momentum is equal to the final momentum. That is the theory of conservation of linear momentum. Says that P momentum initial is equal to momentum final, right? Similarly, in this case also, momentum of nucleus is equal to the momentum of gamma radiation. So we can simply return it as the P nucleus is momentum of nucleus is equal to E gamma by C, right? E gamma by C. Now we will consider the recoil energy. This source nuclei upon the emission of the gamma radiation, it will move the body at rest. This source nuclei is at rest, right? It emit high energy beam of gamma radiation. So it will move backward, right? It will move backward by a velocity of v recoil. Okay. So what is the kinetic energy of this nucleus which moved backward? So the kinetic energy of nucleus is equal to the kinetic energy of nucleus. That is that we can simply written as ER. E recoil. Okay, ER is equal to half mvr square. VR square. VR square means VR means velocity of recoil. That source nuclei move backward. That is the velocity. So, which is equal to, we all know that momentum. We all know that momentum P is equal to mv, right? P is equal to mv. So the velocity of recoil is equal to P by m. So we can simply written as half into m into P square by m square, right? P square by P by m. So this m cancel, this m cancel. And what is P? According to P, this is E gamma by C. So we can simply written as E gamma square divided by 2mc square. So the recoil energy, the mathematical equation of recoil is equal to E gamma square divided by 2mc square. Okay, E gamma square divided by 2mc square. So this is the mathematical expression of recoil energy. Recoil energy of the source nuclide in a Mossbauer spectroscopy. And you should write this mathematical equation very. It is an important point. So what are the important points to note? This E recoil, E energy of the recoil energy is in inverse relationship with the mass of the source nuclei. Here m is the mass of the source nuclei. E gamma is the energy of the gamma radiation, or which is equal to the energy gap between the nuclear transition, the energy gap, the nuclear transition energy, right? Nuclear transition energy, E gamma. It can be equal to, usually E gamma is equal to the nuclear transition, right? But is that correct? No. A portion of energy of gamma radiation is removed by way of E recoil. See, the mathematical expression of recoil energy is E gamma square divided by 2mc square. This recoil energy is proportional to the energy of gamma radiation, but which is in inverse relationship with the effective mass of the source nuclei, right? So if the mass of the source nuclide increases, recoil energy also decreases. That's what the mathematical expression clearly says. See, consider this example. In the case of a Mossbauer spectra, this is a source when the nuclear transition, when the nuclide at the excited level, if it is an iron 57 at the excited level, it will comes down to the ground level. As a result, the gamma radiations ejected. Okay, gamma radiations are emitted. This gamma radiation is equal to, the energy of the gamma radiation is equal to, this is an absorber or sample. This is source, is equal to the transition, the energy gap between the nuclear levels of absorber, so that the transition will happen, right? The transition will happen. So if the energy of gamma radiation is equal to the energy level, the energy gap between the absorber and nuclear levels of the absorber, transition will happen. Okay, so we can obtain the Mossbauer spectroscopy. But if there is recoil effect, what will going to happen? A portion of the gamma radiation, a portion of energy of the gamma radiation is lost, will lost in terms of recoil energy. So see, in the expression itself, recoil energy is proportional to gamma radiation. So the actual gamma energy of the gamma radiation is equal to energy of the nuclear transition minus energy of the recoil. So the gamma radiation is not sufficient for nuclear transition. This will hinder the Morse spectroscopy obtaining a proper result. So what will going to happen? What we have to do? So in order to reduce the recoil energy, according to this mathematical concept, we have to increase the mass. So if mass increases, if effective mass increases, recoil energy approaches to zero. If effective mass increases, recoil energy approaches to zero. Okay, so then what will going to happen? The energy of gamma will equal to energy of nuclear transition. If mass increases means in which case we can increase the mass, the sample and the sample or the absorber and the source should be in solid state. Okay, in solid matrix, in solid state or crystalline. If the sample and the source are in solid state or crystalline or in amorphous state, the mass of the nuclei, the mass of the sample source will be more, right? The mass become more large. As a result of that, according to this concept, the recoil energy, if the mass is more, the recoil energy will be approaches to zero, will be very, very less. As a result of that, the energy of the gamma emitter will be equal to the nuclear transition, the energy gap between the absorber. Thus, we will get a proper Mossberg spectrum. And this will clearly says why Mossberg spectroscopy is not used for gas phases. In gas phases, in gaseous phase, gaseous samples. Gaseous samples cannot be used for Mossberg spectroscopy. This is the reason when if the effective mass is less, the recoil energy will be more, right? If the effective mass is less, the recoil energy will be more in the case of gaseous samples. So if the energy, the gamma radiations is also move along with the molecule. In gaseous sample, if gamma, a high energy particle is released from a sample at rest in gaseous phase, the recoil energy will be more because of the mass of the sample is less in gaseous phase. So as a result of that, the recoil energy will be more. The gamma energy is not sufficient to cope up with the energy gap of the nuclear transition. So we cannot consider gaseous sample for Mossberg spectroscopy. We will consider only solid state. This is the reason why solid samples are preferred in Mossberg spectroscopy. So we can. This is the basis of Mossberg spectroscopy. So in Mossberg spectroscopy, in order to reduce the recoil effect or for recoilless emission of gamma radiation, we require solid source and solid sample. So that recoilless emission followed by subsequent absorption of solid sample, which is a mandatory requirement for Mossberg spectroscopy. So then in solid phase, the E gamma will be equal to the energy of the nuclear transition. This is the basic principle. Okay.